Mekudeshet, Li, Bitabat, Zo, Kedat, Moshe, V'Yisrael. By this ring, you are consecrated to me as my wife, in accordance with the law of Moses and the people of Israel. Amen. Now transfer to her ring finger where she's going to wear it. And Melinda wanted to present you with a beautiful ring that you could wear, symbolic of your love for her and the devotion you have to each other. So we'll ask you to place it on George's ring finger where he's going to wear it. And say to him, Ani, Lidodi, Vidodi, Li. I am my beloved. And my beloved is mine. Amen. Beautiful. Sure, why not? If you objected to that. Now, normally, well, sometimes Jewish brides and grooms have their own vows that they want to recite, and I know you do, so I'm going to ask you to do that now, to share. That's fine. That's fine.
Looking for my glasses. It's on the top of my head. I can see through the glasses. Melinda Teplow, you are the most caring, understanding, loving person I could want and hope for. From the very first time I kissed you behind the parking lot garage in Salem, I knew I wanted to marry you and spend the rest of my days with you. I love the way you sing and the way you laugh. and as long as we are together, we can move mountains. I, George Comans, take Melinda Teplow to be my wife, my partner in life, and my one true love according to the laws of Moses and Israel. I will cherish our union and love you more each day than the day before. I will trust and respect you, laugh at your jokes, and cry with you when you are sad. Loving you faithfully through good times and bad, regardless of obstacles we may face together.
Like a hurricane.
I give you my hand, my heart, and my love from this day forward, as long as we both shall live.
Amen.
Not as easy as I thought. There is no head without the heart, because there is no blood to keep the brain functioning. George, you are my bloodline and the love of my life. No matter what is going on in my life, and soon to be our life, I always think of you, and that brings a smile to my face. The heart making the head happy. You make me a better person, and do so by allowing me to be myself, a very headstrong, independent woman. You know when to leave me alone, sing me a song. Singing is a common thing in our relationship. And always make me laugh, sometimes so hard I cry. And love me for me. I could not imagine my life without you, nor do I wish to. I do wish to imagine the endless possibilities with me as the head and you as the heart. As you as the heart, I vow to always listen to you, even though I may not always agree, and give you all of my love and support. I give you this ring as a symbol of all these promises and to symbolize the official emergence of the head and the heart. By solidifying this foundation as me as the head and you as the heart, I feel that there is nothing that we cannot handle, and I cannot wait to start our life as husband and wife.
Mazel's up to both of you. Now, if there's a dry eye in the house, I'd like to know who it is. That's beautiful. Now, I want to share a thought with you. We just read about the beginning of the story of Abraham and Sarah in our Torah portion this past week. And there's a wonderful story that's told about Sarah. It's a legend, but apparently when Abraham took Sarah to Egypt, now the reason they went to Egypt was there was a famine in the land of Canaan where they lived, and of course Egypt being a much more technologically advanced and larger society, there was food available. So the nomads would often go to Egypt, and that's where Abraham. But according to this very strange legend, he actually put her in a box when he took her down to Egypt, because he was afraid that everyone, as he crossed the border, all the Egyptians would look at her and see her magnificent beauty, and they would want her. So he hid her, right? He hid her and carried her across the border to Egypt in a box. And when, interestingly enough, when he was sort of caught by the Egyptian border guards, and they asked him, why did you do this? And this is what's important. He said, it's just like a bottle of perfume. When it's corked, it doesn't impact the world. But when you take the cork out, its beautiful fragrance allows the world to be a little better place. So I thought about that because, in a sense, this moment we're uncorking the bottle, not on your love, but certainly on your marriage. And like that bottle of perfume, I think that everybody who sees you, ever, and who experiences you, and who's around you, is going to be influenced, just as the odor of the perfume brings everybody to a very different place. I think the spirit of your love for each other is going to serve that same purpose. It's going to uncork an incredible beauty in this world. And that ultimately is what every parent and what all of us are looking for. Examples of the richness and the beauty of love in life itself. So think of this as your uncorking moment. Think of this as the moment when the thrill of your love for each other gets to spread not only to the people who are here, but to all the world as you come in contact with them. It's wonderful to be part of this. You know, George, I've known Melinda for a little longer than I've known you. Actually, a lot longer than I've known you. And I couldn't be more proud of, first of all, the choice that she made. You don't need me to tell you that, but I'll tell you anyway. Of the choice that she made, and of the young woman that she has become, both. And the two of you are going to be able to make each other better. That's really what marriage is all about. Two people come together and they raise the bar for each of them. It's not as though it's 50% and 50% makes 100. It's 100% and 100% makes some number that we can't even calculate. You bring your whole self into a marriage. And it's the combination of two whole selves that make the one unit that is your marriage. The head and the heart, exactly.
I actually got that inspiration from your son.
Oh, there you go. I like that. Even if it wasn't true, that's good. So what I wish for you is that in Hebrew the word reah is the word for the aroma. May the aroma of your love inspire all of us to be better people, to share a deeper and more meaningful love. And may the two of you, like Abraham and Sarah of old, two beautiful, wonderful people who influenced the world in which they lived, may you have the privilege of doing that through your relationship to each other and your love in this marriage. Mazel tov to both of you. May you always be blessed with joy, with health and peace. Let us all say.
Amen.
Now, just quickly, we signed the ketubah a little while ago, so I'm going to read a small portion of it so everybody knows what went on in the other room. And then a little bit of a translation, but it's a very loose translation. The ketubah, which is the Jewish wedding document. באחד בשבת ב-12 יום לחודש חשוון, שנת 5773 לבריאת עולם למניין שאנו מונים כאן בשרן, מסצ'וסטס, במדינת אמריקה הצפונית, איך החתן יעקב משה בן נחום דוד, אמר לה להדה בתולתא מרים חנה, בת ירון דוד הכהן וחיה דבורה. הבאתי לי into כדת משה וישראל, ואנה אפלח ואוקיר ואזון ואפרנס יתיחי ליחי כהלכות גוברין יהודאים, דפלחין ומורגן גזנים ומפרנסין ונשיהם בקושטה. והכל שריר וקיים, נאום פייגל בן רחום פישל עד, נאום זרח בן צבי עד. You understood all that, did you? Embraced by the love which has brought them together, the Chatan declares to the Kala before this gathering, Areat Mikudeshet Li, take this ring as a sign of your consecration to me. For by it we are joined to each other according to the law of Moses and the traditions of the Jewish people. And the Kala affirmed that love, accepting the ring and declaring to her Chatan, Anila Dodi Vadodi Li, I am my beloved and my beloved is mine. And you have said to each other, each of us is created in God's image. Each of us is unique and of infinite worth. Now, through our shared hopes and promises, we are joyfully and equally joined together as one. This chuppah, signed on this day, confirms the validity of the covenant that binds you as husband and wife in the presence of this community and before God. May it always be a symbol to you of this wonderful moment. George, I'm going to ask you to present it to Melinda, so that because it's really hers. You accept it from him?
Yes, I get it.
Excellent. I'll just hold on to it. You'll get it later. Now, the second cup that we share is the cup of the wedding blessings itself. And I will recite the blessings, and I'll ask all of you to say Amen at the end of each blessing, as we always do, to symbolize your assent, that you agree with what we're saying. You may not understand it, but you'll agree with it nonetheless. Now, before we do this, however, there's a wonderful tradition among some communities.